This next song is a song that is very near and dear to my own heart, because I wrote this song all the way back in 1954. It's called Taboo. It goes like this. Hey, honey, ding dong, bang, 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 oh, bang, shaboo, shaboo, lovely lady, life, if I could take you up to paradise, if you could tell me I'm the only one you love, shaboo, sweetheart. If only all my Christmas plans would come true. If only I could spend my whole life with you. Shaboo, sweetheart. Oh, and every time I look at you, something's on my mind. And if you do what I want you to, baby, it would be so fine. Right, dear, if I could take you up to paradise, if you would tell me I'm the only one you love, shaboo, sweetheart. Shaboo, shaboo.
This is Super PMTV at the Siam Bay Shore for a very special a cappella concert by Din and Tonic, flown all the way here from Harvard University, USA, and the gentlemen are here with me right now.
I got rhythm, I got music, I got my gal who could ask for anything more. I got Jesus in the green costume, I got my gal who could ask for anything more. Home and trouble, I don't mind him, you can find him round my door. I got stardust, I got sweet dreams, I got my gal who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything more.
And as I said, this is a very, very special a cappella concert, and so let me talk to the gentlemen now. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Okay, first of all, Din and Tonic, established in 1946, on and off.
It's a bit of a complicated question. The Din and Tonics, as they currently exist, were established in 1979. But before that, there was a group that existed called the Dunster Dunces, who sang a similar style of music. And when the Din and Tonics were first being founded, it was from the repertoire of the Dunster Dunces that the Dins got the music that they first began with. So it was a sort of a previous incarnation of the group. But we've just celebrated the 35th anniversary of the Din and Tonics this past spring.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so normally you sing jazz standards from the 20s to the 40s. Do you sing other kinds, other genres?
Sure, yes. Usually we have maybe 2 or 3 songs in the repertoire every year, which are sort of more modern pieces. So over this past year we sang Radiohead's Nude, as well as, Sweet Life by Frank Ocean, and last year we had Hide and Seek, My Imogen Heap, and we also have Someone Like You by Adele. So we usually every year have something that's slightly different. It gives us a little bit of an edge and something a little different for the audience as well.
Okay, cool. And you have traveled the world. You have traveled all over the world singing for different countries. How many countries have you been to?
So we'll on our 10-week world tour, we'll be traveling to over 15 countries. And so far, Thailand is about our 12th stop, probably. And it's been an absolute blast.
Right. Which country impressed you most so far?
I think, I know for a lot of us, we had a great time in Denmark. Copenhagen, we stayed there for a few days, and we had some of the nicest hosts. But really, every tour stop has been unique in its own way, and we've met some of the nicest people and have had great experiences all over the world.
And we are loving Thailand.
Yeah.
Loving.
You have to throw that in, of course.
Yeah. It's and being here has been fabulous so far.
Isn't it fun? It's like a test, isn't it? It's like a quiz. I can pick anybody for any question. But I suggest you come closer to the lights. All right. Now, so you also have performed with many great artists. Tell us a few.
I know for a fact that we did perform with Ella Fitzgerald once, or we performed for her, and we have this photograph that is signed by her that says, "Thank you so much, gentlemen, for not only for your great humor, but also for your great music. It was a pleasure to meet you all," and that's quite an honor. Yes.
It is an honor.
The Dins have also sung for former U.S. President Bill Clinton, as well as they've sung on Sanders Theater stage at Harvard University with the artist Bobby McFerrin, who's a very famous artist both around the world and in the United States, as well as with the main actress of Mona Lisa Smile, who was Julia Roberts. In 2004, I believe, the Dins were in her movie. Yeah.
But that was not your group, was it?
So, sure. So that was not members of this group right now. Obviously, we were not in the group in 2000.
You were not born yet.
We were born, but we were young. But we, so what happens is every year we we hold auditions for new members. So the group changes a little bit every year, and some of us, let's see, last year we also sang for the Woman of the Year at Harvard, who was Kristen Chenoweth. So we've all had the opportunity to perform for some really amazing people.
And which song do you like most doing the a cappella?
Ooh, that's a very hard question. So before I joined this group, I've never really listened to jazz classics. But after I joined this group, so many jazz classics that I loved, and one of my favorite is "I Got Rhythm." We just performed because it's a beautiful arrangement, and the solo, the melody line is beautiful too. That's what
This is your first time in Thailand, right?
Yes, that's correct. The group has been coming to Thailand on and off at different tours for many years, but for most of us, I think it is our very first time here in the country, and we love it.
Who's the leader of this place? You look like you could be the leader.
Well, I was involved in planning this part of the trip, so making sure that we got to Thailand and that we have a nice place to stay here. But really, I didn't have to do much. The hotel staff was incredibly supportive and helpful, and the rest of the group has done a ton of work. So I think we all really put in equal effort to this tour overall.
Now, coming to the name, I'm sure you've got this question many times, Gin and Tonic. Is it a sober version of Gin and Tonic?
Mostly. So the name Gin and Tonic is after the gin and tonic, which, as you know, is a really famous drink in the U.S. and around the world. And so it's a little different because gin is a name of a loud sound, and tonic is the first note of a chord. So it's kind of a musical pun on the gin and tonic. And in a gin and tonic, you normally put a lime inside, which is why we kind of have lime green pocket squares and also lime green sock.
It seems that you have a unique group here and you're very friendly. Who's the funniest member of your group?
I would have to say that my friend Will here is very, very funny. There's one particular song in which we actually stop the music and a joke is told. And lately Will has been doing that with great aplomb.
Okay, all right. Do you think you're funny?
I have modeled my humor off of this man's humor right here. He has taught me everything I know. So if you all think I'm funny, it is actually Kevin who is behind it all.
It is time once again for Din Impression! This is the part of the show where we Dins entertain you, the audience, by making shapes and objects out of our very own bodies. So, from the group who brought you Oreo Cookie, have we ever got a show for you? Now, when the Dins are not in our long, arduous hours of musical rehearsal, we still like to spend time together. We're all great friends. And so, on a quiet night on campus, we might all get together in somebody's room to pop in a movie and sit back and relax. And we never watch a movie without also enjoying our very favorite snack. This is Din Popcorn. Din Bowling. This is Din Piano. We hope you enjoy this impression.
Who wants the last word? No, you haven't talked at all.
This man is actually the president.
The president of the group.
Get the last word.
Okay, all right. This is the president of the group. He's just been nominated. What would you like to say?
We'd just like to say thank you so much for having us here in Pattaya in Thailand. It's been so far an incredibly relaxing, peaceful, calm atmosphere here, and we couldn't be more thankful to be here in the Siam Bayshore especially. The staff has been incredible, and the people here are so wonderful to talk to interact with, and it's just our pleasure to immerse ourselves in this culture. Yeah.
The group was really formed to bring music and to share music with the world and with each other. So if you watch us perform tonight, you'll see that a lot of the times we're looking over at each other and making kind of funny faces or doing little actions to remind ourselves and to remind one another why we're really here, and that's to share music and to share this experience with each other.
So one thing I haven't asked is how do you select members? What's the audition like?
So at the beginning of each year in September, we hold a week-long audition process. And over that week, we hear all the auditionees sing about 4 times. We teach them our own repertoire, our own music, and hear how they sound on that. And by the end of the week, we know pretty well how they sound, and from that, we choose our members.
Okay. And how long can you stay in the group before you're kicked out?
Should ask him. Ask him.
So I've actually been in the group all 4 years of my college experience.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, so for 4 years.
4 years. So when you get out of university, that's when you retire.
Yes, exactly.
Who's going to take on this career
4 full years.
for singing?
You'd be surprised to know that none of us here actually are music majors. We all have different majors, ranging from economics to English to computer science. And so this is just a hobby of ours. So I don't know if any of us are going to go on to a career of singing, but singing will always be a part of our lives. Yeah.
Music is always universal. It's in your heart. You can always enjoy it, whether you make a career out of it or not, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
Other than that, we're very excited to be here, and we're excited to be at the Suko Seoul in Bangkok after this. We have a couple performances there as well that we can't wait for, and we just want to say thank you to the Suko Seoul and to the Siam Bay Shore for hosting us, and we're very excited to perform tonight.
And we thank you all for coming to Thailand and entertaining us here. All right, and wish you all the best.
So fly with me, we'll float down to the roof. Like Llama Land, there's one band and two. This food for you. Now fly with me, let's take off in the blue. We'll come fly with you. So where should we fly? And let me play among the stars. Where should we fly? Let me see what springs is like on Jupiter. In other words, hold of my hand. Do you really want to hold my hand? In other words, baby, kiss me. Do watch out for cooties. Fill my heart with song, and let me sing more and more. In the din, you are all I long for. I worship and we love you more. In other words, please be true. In other words, spiritual straight. I love you. We'll come fly with you. So we'll fly to the moon. But tell us, how should we fly? Straighten up and fly right. Fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Don't fly left. Straighten up and fly right. Fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Blow your top. Ain't no use in diving. Don't you dare dive. What's the use in jiving? Ain't no use. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. The buzzer told monkey you're choking me. Release your hold and I will set you free. The monkey looked the buzzer right dead in the eye and said, hey, so sweet, but it sounds just like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Don't fly up. Straighten up and stay right. Just stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Tell us one last time now, just to review. Come fly with me, fly and fly and fly away. If you could like it so excited like this, come fly with me, let's fly. Please come fly with me, let's fly. Fly with me, let's fly away. Let your eyes, it's time to fly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.